Caesar once said, "Portuguese are truly wonderful people, but impossible to rule." And if you immerse yourself in this wonderful country for a longer period of time, as an outsider, you will become aware of numerous social habits and individual customs that only exist here. One only has to remember that Portugal was ruled by an authoritarian regime until 1974, and it changed into exact opposite and pursued policies leaning towards socialism. In 1968, Portugal joined European Union together with Spain, which led to an enormous economic boom. One can certainly say that a further dimension of change has now been initiated by people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and numerous tech companies. At an expatriate meeting, I met an English woman with an Indian roots who has lived here in the Alentejo, Portugal for more than 20 years. She told me that she doesn't know of any region on Earth that has changed so significantly in the last 20 years, and yet independent culture has still remained extremely visible. In today's video, together with my friend and lawyer Renato Dias, we look at Portugal's legislation, which is relevant for everyone who already lives here or wants to settle here. Hello and a very warm welcome to the Alentejo-Holidays channel. Join us on our journeys to the mysteries of success. We really strive to offer you authentic added value so that we can all make this beautiful world a little bit better. And now I'm really looking forward to welcome my friend, lawyer Renato Dias after the intro. Life is good. So, a pleasure to have you here, Renato, again for our today's show about law and immigration in Portugal. Yeah,
thank you.
It's a big honor. We did so many things together, and now we I'm finally welcome you on my YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Okay, for the people who don't know you so far, may you introduce you in short sentences to our audience?
Well, my name is Renato Dias. I am a Portuguese lawyer in the center of Portugal, and I am here to help you.
Is there an immigration law, a current immigration law in Portugal, Renato?
Yes, we have an immigration law.
Mm-hmm. In Germany was a hard fight to get an immigration law. How it is currently in Portugal?
Well, now every application, any people who want to come to Portugal need to go direct to IMA.
It's IMA, okay.
IMA, exactly.
Used to be SEF?
In the past it was CEF. Yeah.
CEF, okay.
Serviços Estrangeiros e Fronteiras, and now it is a different entity, IMA.
IMA, okay. So you need, if you're an immigrant from outside Portugal, you need to contact IMA?
It depends. If you come from outside the European Union, yes. If you come from European Union, it is not necessary.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then you can talk about all the necessary steps to get a citizenship in a permanent visa.
All these matters need to be with IMA. Because you need to follow the steps, you need to follow the rules.
Okay. What process United Kingdom citizens have to go through?
Well, after Brexit, they need to follow the same rules than all the non-European citizens. First step, contact the embassy, the Portuguese embassy, make the application to get the visa they want.
Okay, so everything starts in the Portuguese embassy in the foreign country.
Exactly. Exactly. And after get the visa, you come to Portugal, and you need to go to IMA to get an appointment and proceed the necessary steps after.
Okay, next question. That leads me to the next question. Is there a mandatory income I or you need to have to settle down in Portugal? Do I need to prove a certain amount of money or an income to come to Portugal?
If you come as a tourist, you need to have money enough to stay and to live in the short period of time you will stay. If you come, it depends the kind of visa you apply for. Like the D7 visa, you need to have an income similar than the Portuguese citizen should have, the minimum salary. It is about 800, more or less. And this value will be bigger if it's you, more your wife, more your children. It will increase the value.
And for the exact amount of value, you can either look on the internet or maybe ask Renato for advice or whatever. Okay. So next question would be, is there currently a golden visa program in Portugal? And if so, how can you or I apply for it?
You still have some options for golden visa. Now, not exactly than before,
Yes.
because after October 2023, some changes happened because we start to have problems for habitation.
Yes, of course.
But you still have some good options for a golden visa if you want to come to Portugal. Yeah. For example, if you want to invest in funds or development, research, for example.
And can I also invest in my own business with the golden visa, or do I invest in Portuguese business?
You can invest in your own business.
And how much is the money I have to bring with me to join the golden visa program?
It depends the situation, but the situation, the location, the value is not the same. We need to.
Okay, so the different, like Alentejo is a little bit different than the Algarve.
Exactly.
Oh, that's really interesting. Okay.
Because the idea behind of this options, it is to bring people to lost areas in Portugal and investment in Portugal. In general.
Yeah, I know that many of our audience are really interested in this, so I really would like us to ask the next question. What is, if I would be, let's say, kind of an average guy, let's say from Great Britain, so outside the European Union, with a saving of, let's say, 10,000 euros and a good idea in my pocket. Let's say I want to start a small computer business or whatever, like a software company or building website for something, or just offer some digital services or any kind of business, but with not so much money in my background. Is there a way to settle down in Portugal and realize my dreams? Is that still possible?
It's still very possible.
Okay.
There is no problem. You have you have a few options in the law to establish in Portugal, not just golden visa.
Okay. So in the conversation,
not just for investment.
Yeah, in the conversation we had before this video, you just mentioned that there are so many different options, and you just need to look individual on every subject.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, but that's all. Yeah, if I walk here through the streets, I think I see a lot of Indian guys and so. It looks definitely like it is still possible. So okay, then the next question. So if I come here, let's say as an European um, citizenship or as an outside European citizen with an outside European citizenship, is there a way to get a Portuguese citizenship, or and how can I get? Could I get the Portuguese citizenship?
Yes, you can get Portuguese citizenship if you stay here legal more than 5 years and you apply, you follow the procedure, you can do it.
And this is,
But you need to know some Portuguese. You need to prove you are integrated.
yes, you need to
You
be
need to
involved,
speak
yeah.
and write
And
a little
just-
bit of Portuguese. Yes.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
And
it's more than fair.
of course, you need to be a good citizen. No crimes committed.
Yeah.
You need to have a clean record.
Clean record.
Yeah.
So then after these 5 years, is the process for the European citizen and the, let's say, non-European citizens, is it the same, or is it a different kind of process to apply for the Portuguese citizenship?
The process is more or less the same.
So it sounds really...
You have different options in the law.
Okay.
You need to follow in function of the situation.
Okay.
But yeah.
So it's absolutely, if I listen now to you, it's absolutely realistic that I make my dream come true and take the risk and
even for
make this step.
People who come and have children here, the children will have, if they born here,
yes,
people can have Portuguese citizenship too.
Wow. Yeah.
Immediately,
immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah. Okay.
If the parents stay more than 1 year before the birth.
Okay. Yeah. Of course, the smart solution from Portugal. So in a video earlier, we always discussed or displayed how much contribution needs to be paid for social security, and we showed ways to reduce this amount a little bit. But in this video series, I would like to talk about the European Social Security card, health insurance card. Because my experience is it doesn't come automatically. So my question would be, how, as a European citizen or maybe as a non-European citizen, how can I get this European security card?
If you want to get this card in Portugal, you need to have a social security number.
Okay.
Portuguese.
Yes.
You need to inscribe yourself in the social security as an active citizen for work.
For work.
Yeah.
You
need to have a number.
Okay.
A social security number.
And if I come with my pension?
If you come with your pension, you still need to have your inscription and get a number. You need to have this number.
So it's also possible if I just come with my pension, live in Portugal, I can subscribe to the European
it's still
healthcare
possible,
system.
but you need to have this number. Otherwise, you cannot apply for it.
Yes.
And after get this number, you get, because you are an employee or employer or whatever, or self-employer.
Yes.
After get it, you go to the services personally and ask for this card, or you can do it online.
Okay. And then the card.
You ask for your passwords, and I don't know, maybe 1 week after your request, you receive in your mailbox the codes.
And with this card, I'm secured in the whole European Union, or how does it work?
I'm sorry?
With this insurance card, for instance, if I would go back to Germany because I'm a German citizen for just some holidays, and
with this card, you should have the same treatment as the local citizen. And the same for foreigners in Portugal.
Okay. Okay, so it's everywhere valid, everywhere under
Yes.
some circumstances
Yes.
in whole Europe.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. And how much is the Portuguese pension and who gets it?
This pension will change in function the years you work and the value you pay.
Okay.
More you pay, more you get.
Okay. And is there kind of a minimum pension for all the people who didn't pay so much?
In some cases, you can have even a small pension, like a support if you don't have nothing. I already helped one person on this way, but it was a Portuguese citizen.
Yes, of course, of course.
Never declared the work, never have a salary.
Free artist.
This is crazy,
Yeah,
but
yeah, some people are like that. Yeah.
in some cases this happened.
Yeah.
And it was a old lady, and in her case she get about 300 euros.
300 euros to solve all her problems, pay the rent, make yourself a living. Okay, but that's really not.
It was almost the same than the husband, and the husband worked and declared his work and paid social security
For minimum wage.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we should tell our
But
audience.
this is just a little experience I had in the field.
Just to give our audience an idea about what we are talking here, how much is the minimum wage at the moment in Portugal?
The minimum salary, it is 820. I need to confirm, but I think it is.
Yeah, so
820 euros a month.
okay.
But in this value, you have charge and
The social security.
Exactly.
So in the end, you get paid like 700.
More or less like this. Yes.
Yeah, so not too much. So yeah, I think if you want to come to Portugal, you have to have something like a plan how you make a living.
Yeah, it is
But
better
then it's
to have a plan.
really
always.
wonderful country. As an European citizen, how can I import my own car to Portugal and how high are the costs?
It is possible to bring your car from other country. You can import cars, but you need to be very careful because in the normal way you pay lots of taxes to legalize your car. For example, as a personal experience, my family live in France and I bring a Mercedes, a 220 CDI E Coupe, and I paid about 3,000 euros to legalize it.
That's only for the tax or for the whole process?
Almost all for the tax.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
ESV. And if I live in France and the car was in my name at the time,
Yes.
more than 6 months,
Okay.
and I come back to Portugal and stop living in France, I could economize lots of money.
Okay.
Because I have a special regime because I return to Portugal and I bring this asset with me.
Okay,
Yeah.
but is it more than one car or how many cars can you bring if you move to Portugal?
You can just bring one car.
Okay, one car. So
5 years.
in 5 years,
Yeah.
one car for free.
In this condition.
The rest needs to be.
It is not really for free, but almost compared the normal rate. Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible to use my foreign driving license in Portugal, Renato?
Yes, it is possible.
Yeah.
You can use your driving license from other country
Yes.
here, no problem. And now with some changes of law, it's still possible. Maybe don't need to change, but all this information you will have in the the link you can follow from the Portuguese authorities.
Okay, so we link the complex situation. We put you down a link in the descriptions from the Portuguese government, and there you can read how you have to deal in your case with your driving license. How do I get a Portuguese driving license?
If you don't have any driving license, here you need to go to school, you need to have lessons, make exams, have medical reports, have practice and another exam.
Okay.
And after be approved in all this process, you have your Portuguese driving license.
Okay. What is required? Do I have to be a Portuguese resident?
Yes. Yes, you need to be a Portuguese resident.
And I need to
because
have
the driving license document have the address connected to the driving license.
Okay. And do I need to have a Portuguese tax number and a social security number to get a Portuguese driving license?
Well, the fiscal number is always necessary for everything.
Oh, okay.
The fiscal number.
So it's always important to start every process with the fiscal number.
This is always the first step.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, thank you so much for answering all these questions. If you have any questions for Renato, please write us in the comments. For his individual telephone advice and about personal strategies, or if you need problem solution, please feel free to contact Renato by email. Renato, if people get inspired or have some problems they cannot solve alone and they would like to ask you for your help, how can they reach out to you?
People can always contact me by email.
Okay, so we will definitely put Renato's email address down in the description. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. May the source bless us all. Keep rocking. Ciao.
Have a nice day.